Dog fans, all of you that are still left, welcome to another great edition of Hunkered Down. He's Jake Skinner. I'm Jeremy York. We are here to talk all things Georgia football. My goodness. Uh, First off, let's just start and say, how you doing, bud?
I'm alive.
Hey, beats the alternative.
Truth. Yeah, it was not a good Saturday. Enjoyed hanging out with some friends, but outside of that, I got some stuff I gotta say and I will say there's no script for this one. There's no rundown a list. I'm gonna go ahead and we'll cover the game to start with, but then I got some stuff that I think needs to happen to fix where we are.
And before you do, I will say I had a spectacular Saturday outside of this because I was calling the KSU women's first home game of the year. While this game was going on, I was getting score updates from one of the
Oh yeah.
boyfriends or the dads or somebody that was actually watching the game on their phone as opposed to watching these amazing young ladies play hockey. So while I'm calling a game, and doing the commentary, I got this guy over here that's just occasionally going, "We're up by three." I don't know which side he's on. So I don't know if that's good, bad, and the people around him, some of they're like 50-50 because there's not that many people at the game, but like two or three people are like,
Sure.
yeah, and the other ones are like, oh dang it, I told you. He's far enough away where I can't see what's going on, and I'm using my phone to help record and do some other stuff while I'm up in the booth, and I'm like, this is crazy. And then about mid third period or so, I see him turn and look, and the guy goes, "How's it going?" And he looks and he goes, "Bama won by three. They won by a field goal." And I was like, "Oh wow." I almost want to announce this live, but we weren't recording live, so I did not do it at that point. But what an interesting way to keep up with the game. I did go back and watch the game once I got home. Well, not that day. Went back and watched it yesterday once I actually had the time to do so.
Yeah.
But where do you want to start on this one?
All right. I'm just gonna start off with I apologize. It's gonna ramble, but we're gonna roll with it here. Offensively for Georgia, Stockton did not have a great day. 130, one touchdown. I mean, he did what he did with the players he's got. I'm going to get into it again. We've got the talent all around him. We only had two plays or maybe four plays all day where our best three wide receivers were on the field together. We don't play all of our best players together. Personnel choosing, still not a fan. Running the ball, Chauncey Bowens had a career day because once again Nate Frazier fumbles the football, which that's honestly what the score that changed the game. Because all of a sudden after that point, Bama was already up because they were able to score pretty quickly. Um, but Bowens was 12 for 119 with a long of 43, and Nate was 4 for 30 before his fumble. Like you can't be angry at the run game. 33 for 227, you're averaging 6.9. That's how you win. The offensive
Yeah.
line was actually doing good except in passing situations. Which tells me that our coach is good, but they need some more help on that offensive line. Receivers had a good day. I saw guys semi open, but Gunner either A was trying to run too quickly because he was scared to make the big throw, so he just would take checkdowns or dumps. He never trusted it. And we called too
Except
many dang
that
screens.
that what was that, like a 45 or a 65
Oh,
yard one? I just
uh,
absolutely just dropped
yeah, he dropped a really good throw to Colby Young for 38. That was a
38.
38-yard
Okay.
one.
It was
And then Branch
also
had a good one for
he draws
22.
back to launch it, and I was like, "Oh, this is a beautiful throw." Because at the time, remember, all I knew was the score when I went back to
Yep.
rewatch it. So I'm watching it, going, "Oh, what a beautiful throw! This must be." How do you not catch that, buddy? I could catch that. I don't
Oh,
know if
yeah,
I
at the
could
end of
run
the
that
game.
fast to
Yeah.
get out there, but how do you miss that?
Yeah, that's the lights are too bright for the freshman. He needs up a little. Like we got a good recruiting coach who does know what he's doing, but again, at that moment, he's a true freshman. The lights were too bright. He wasn't ready for that moment.
Hey,
And
hey, he's already halfway to being a great cowboy, so it's fine.
there you go. So I'm going to move on to the defense before I get into coaching. I'm trying to
Oof.
keep myself at even kill here. As a defense, you barely give up any. rushing yards. Like, as in all game, you give up 117 on 38 carries for 3.1 average.
Yeah.
You're having a great day. You give up 280 yards passing on 39 attempts, averaging 7.2 a pass. That's not a bad day. You're not
No.
happy, but you can live with it.
Yeah.
What you can't live with, and let me pull this up again because I still can't believe I'm looking at this right. Your third down efficiency. You,
Oh,
Alabama was in third down 19 times in 4 quarters, and they completed it. They got that first down 13 times.
that's two
13.
thirds. That's 2/3,
That's two
basically.
thirds. I'm about to say I was like literally about to go. I'm about to pull this up, but like, yeah, that's
Well,
68% of the time they
yeah.
they got it. 68%. Georgia was 2 of 8. They did it 25%. That tells me that there was something wrong, and I'm going to start on the defense. I'm going to give Bobo a break for 5 minutes. Georgia's problem is this is Kirby's. It's what because you saw me go off, and I told you I'm about to this is about to be a fire over here. Kirby is like Nick Saban, great coach, knows how to build a program, knows how to recruit. He's smart. He knows what he's doing. No pun intended. He knows how to do all this. He's done it before. But your problem is to be elite, you got to have coaches that know X's and O's. Right now, he doesn't have that on either side of the ball. And honestly, I'm going to say it, Georgia fans, without Todd Monken, we don't have 2 titles. Kirby can build a roster and build a culture, but he hamstrings himself because he wants to protect the ball and run it. Like he knows he has to throw it, but he'd be fine throwing it 10 times a game and running it sometimes. The other times he knows he has to throw it. I don't know what the answer is, but the difference between him and Saban as of right now, okay, Kirby was like, I got to make a change. He goes out and gets Todd Monken and then has Schumann and Muschamp, one of his besties, coaching that defense. And what happens? 2 magical seasons of like, where has this been? What happens? We go back to Bobo and we have Glenn Schumann come in. We're like, hey, Schumann gets a chance. Let's go for it. What happens? Falling flat. Schumann cannot coach as far as a coordinator. He does not adjust. If you look at the sidelines, the players don't know what they're doing. They're walking off
No.
the field looking like this, like they don't. They're like, "What are you trying to tell me?" Yes, this is Kirby's defense, but you got to have someone coach it. When these moments happen, what did Saban do? He went and got Lane Kiffin to come in while he had Kirby. He went and got a
Yep.
different defensive coordinator. He had Brian Daboll. He went and found Sarkisian. He said, "I don't know X's and O's as good on the offense. I'm going to go find someone smarter than me to coach." The problem is Kirby ain't doing that. I don't know if he doesn't want to do that or if he just is trying to get his. He's convinced that the system that they have can be ran by anybody. Well, clearly it can't if you're not hunting matchups and you're not playing your best players. Again,
Nope.
3 wide receivers that are brought into as transfers, and they're the most talented ones besides freshmen. Here's an idea: play the dang three at the same time. That's all you got to do. Run the ball like you did, and have your 3 best ones out there. And I'll say it now, Gunner, you ain't it. I'm out there watching him. He can run with his legs, but he is not a pro level quarterback. He never will be. Yeah, he threw the ball all over the place in high school, but he was playing what low single A, double A ball, probably
Their
up there.
classifications here in Georgia are so
Right, they're a little right.
ridiculously moronic. I can't remember if he was single A dash two, if he was two to the -6 power. Well, I don't know what classification. I think he was on one of the lower classifications. Still high level football, but not
Rabun
not
County,
what we.
Rabun County is there it is. Rabun County, 1A Division 1. That's there it
Okay,
is.
there you go.
All right. No, to be fair, the guy we're getting next year in Jared Curtis is playing A ball in Tennessee, which is A ball in Georgia. But the difference being this kid actually more of a private school, actually. He's playing private school ball. He's
Okay, so
loyal to
that's
that.
that's probably up in the two then.
Right, but side note, the way he's played this year, he is playing in the big moments against the better teams in that classification. He's playing up to the moment. His team does not even
Hmm.
sniff a win without him. Gunner is
Okay.
good, but like at this point, and I know I'm rambling, and I apologize, Dad, because I know you're listening. And you're like, please don't ramble. But when you're, like I said, Schumann, the lights are too bright. But going to offense, Bobo is calling moronic plays. He's running the screens 24/7. And I'm sorry, on that play right there, Todd Monken, he, all right, side note, our tight ends didn't even get targeted once. Once. Yes, there's been a drop off, but you have a true freshman in Elias Williams. And then you've got Lawson Lucky, who's good at catching the ball, and you got Delp, who is not my favorite because he can't back it up, but he can block. So what do you do in that play call? If I'm playing over there on my PlayStation when I'm pointing to, if I'm playing on 4th and 1 game on the line, I don't call a screen to Cash Jones or a little toss out there. No, you know what I run? I run the same dang play that beat Alabama the last time. You run your
Hmm.
tight end out, screenplay, blocking. That's what I run in my video game. And guess what? Yeah, there's times it doesn't work, but you look at your alignment, and if they don't see it, you might have another play you could build into it.
Yep.
Bobo does not hunch matchups. He doesn't put his person on the field. He goes, I'm just going to call this play. And you know what? If it doesn't work, screw it. We'll run it up the middle again. That doesn't work. We'll run a screen pass. Hell, those are my best receivers. Get on the bench. I don't care. How stupid can you be? You're washed. It's like Bill Belichick in the last few years at North England. He was washed.
Would you say would you say that Bobo potentially doesn't play the transfers as much because he didn't recruit them? Do you think maybe that's
No,
part of it?
no, I think he's truly just ignorant. I think he's
Could
just
be. Could be.
his egotistical and from what I've heard, he has a big ego, macho attitude for being. He can't back up what he talks, and then he complains when he can't.
Yeah.
It's my interpretation. Kirby's got to make a change. If Bobo sticks around after this season, Golden Era's over, Dog fans. You better be ready for whatever comes next. I'm calling it because Bobo will never lead Georgia to a title. It's not gonna be good. That being said, here's another problem. Georgia doesn't have a true three down back. We haven't had one since Gurley, Nick Chubb, Sonny Michelle. We've been a running back by committee the past several years. It
Mm,
can
didn't
work.
didn't you have Swift?
We had DeAndre, but he was part of a he wasn't this focus. He
Oh, he
wasn't a
was
three down
yeah,
back.
yeah.
We still ran a committee because we had
He is
Holyfield
now.
at the time.
Oh,
Right.
that's right. That's
But the
right.
fact is, Savian, Hyder, or Hitter, there's two or three backs in this recruiting
Yeah.
class that are three down backs. But why won't Kirby pay them? Because he doesn't want to give them the money for running back. I get it. But you're going to have to at some point to go, you know what? We need a true back that can do everything. Yes, he may cost a little bit more, but I need one because this committee crap ain't going to cut it. And why do they put Cash Jones out there? Because he's put in the hard work and effort. He blocks. That's literally the reason he still plays. Why are we
Yeah.
playing the lower level kid? Well, he does great. Not in crunch time. What has he done all this year for us? Nothing. Good to see him out there, but he doesn't do it. In offensive line, had a better game, not great, but they were better in situations. But a lot of times Gunner just ran because he didn't know what he was doing. He just got scared.
Yeah.
I Again, wide receivers dropped passes, but it wasn't every play. But then again, we're not targeting them like we should. We're not getting them open. We're not scheming. And defensively, Schumann can't adjust. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's in over his head. Players are confused. Our edge rushers have zero ability to impact the game because we've let the wrong guys go and we kept the wrong ones and let the guys we needed to go despite egos. I get it. I get it. But like where we have no one blitzing the quarterback. Our defensive line would play better if there's pressure, but even then they were decent. They were holding the line. And our secondary got torched at times because, well, guess what? That quarterback's got all day to throw, or again, making stupid mental mistakes. I honestly say the problem with this team is not talent anymore. It's coaching. It starts with Kirby Smart, and he's got to hold himself and this team more accountable.
Yeah.
He's got to make a change. He's going to need,
Yeah.
I say that at the end of this year, Bobo's got to go. I hope Todd Hartley stays. I think our running back coach has got to go. At this point, Crawford has not proven to me anything because his running backs are not getting better. Wide receiver coach, I like him. I think he could stay. If not, then move him to tight ends maybe, or because he's a great South Florida recruiter. I want to see him stay there. Offensive line coach at this point, let's go get someone different. Let's see if we can go find someone for the NFL that knows what they're doing that can recruit these kids. And defensively, our defensive line coach Trey Scott is not great at short-term recruiting, and I don't know that I'm seeing a big adjustment there. So I'd like for him to stay, but I'm also like, what have you done for me lately? Attitude. Our edge rushers coach, Coach Cud, cannot pronounce his name. I almost want to say Chorizo, but I know it's not the Chidera. Uzo Deribe, I believe his name. What has he done? He's not teaching these guys any moves. They're basic. A tweet from Davin Bellamy that used to play for us that hated Kirby because Kirby didn't play him the way he thought he should be played was still our most skilled pass rusher his year during when we won a title because he knew how to place his hands and moves. Our guys don't know any moves. They just sit there going, all right, just blitz. And our middle linebacker coach is our defensive coordinator, and he's great at coaching that. but he can't do all of it together. And our secondaries coaches have been turning it around, and I think they deserve another year to run with. But when it comes down to it, you need a new offensive coordinator. Most of the offensive staff go through and find a different way and Kirby, thank you for the titles, but be like Saban and stay out of it. Let a Lane Kiffin or someone come in and run an offense. Go get whoever the Rams coordinator is at this point is what someone said. In fact, I apologize for
Uh,
looking away. Like
yeah,
I'm gonna look this up. But like at some point, Georgia has to make a change, and Kirby needs to just step away and go, I need to be the CEO, be the difference maker in recruiting, come in, sell it, but I have to let my coaches coach.
yeah.
Um,
I guess I'll make 3
I'm
points at
trying to
that point. One, that's what
go
Saban
for it.
does. Saban is by far the leader at the top. He's the store manager. He delegates to the assistant managers to run their departments. He most of the time stays out of it. He will let them delegate. If he needs to step in, he does. Most of the time, he will not. Second
Yep.
point, we know who this Georgia defense really misses and wishes they still had back, and that is Chaz Chambliss. You're welcome. And see, get it in every episode. It's like the Easter egg,
Yeah,
really
you
is.
do.
Um, and at some point, it's going to be on the show. I promise you. Um, and then lastly, as I always say, you were starting to get around to it as you're starting to look it up now. I always say we can fire whoever you want and you can run whoever you want out of town, but you better give me somebody you want to bring in or somebody that could be available because we can't just fire people and not have somebody ready. So I know you're ready in your
Right.
answer for that, which is part of why I'm buying time now. But if
So
you're firing
and
Bobo, who would
this
you
is
like
going
to
off
move in?
of somebody. Okay. I think we should lean into the offensive style we have, which is the
Mm-hmm.
Todd Monken style. Monken ain't gonna come back to Georgia. He we struggled with recruiting.
Is
Personally,
there
now
a disciple of his that's around or something?
yeah, you wanna know where he's coaching? Georgia Tech. Guess who we tried to hire in the offseason? Yeah. He turned it down because Kirby would not let him be the sole coordinator title. That's it. That's the only reason he didn't show up.
And
And he
Brent
could
Key
tailor his
said,
offense
I'll
to
buy you a
anybody.
chili dog if you say.
So like at this point, go talk to him again and say, that's it. You get it. You can hire the staff around you want. I just ask that we keep this coach if he wants to stay in this one. That's it. But and this is coming from someone who knows more than I do, who knows more ball, who I lean on to understand the game. And I apologize for yelling and
And
talking
he's talking about
fast.
somebody different, not me. He's talking about somebody different.
Yes. But he said his personal opinion is a former NFLer and who's been coaching for a while, but Dave Ragone, the Los Angeles
Okay.
Rams quarterback coach.
Yeah. Yeah.
The reason why is he was the offensive coordinator for 3 years, the Falcons 21 through 23. He's a local guy.
Mm-hmm.
He
Mm-hmm.
knows how to run the system he's in. He's worked with McVay before. So you work with, he knows McVay's system, which is the McVay slash the
Shanahan.
The Shanahan system are my
Yep.
favorites.
Yep.
Now, Monken's disciple is over there at Georgia Tech. I'd say you make a run. And this guy's opinion was the defensive line coach, Clint Hurt from the Eagles.
Okay.
I don't know, but
The only
basically,
problem with trying to get guys from the pros is most of them not think it's a step down, but if they're already on the NFL level, they try to stay there so that they can be a head
right. But
coach.
that's
But
the thing that's
it's going to
exactly
have to
why
be a
this, like,
ridiculous
that's
offer.
why, right. But that's the thing is you go get someone who's not a coordinator yet, who may or may not be on that path, but you can go
Hmm.
get them to be the coordinator here. Say, look, 3 years, give us 3 years on this deal. You're the coordinator. You help recruit, but you're not the main recruiter. We'll go get a quarterbacks coach, we'll get a defensive line coach, and you teach them. Like offense, basically, you do what Todd Monken did. I'm going to come in, I'll help sell the things, but I don't like recruiting. I don't like traveling. I want us to just sit here. Fine. Be the X's and O's guy, and we're going to go. You tell us who you want, how you want to get them. We'll go get them. We'll put the pieces together, and you coach them, and you game plan it. And that I will say that defensive line for the Eagles, it's got some Georgia boys on it, and they look good every weekend. Why wouldn't you go after it? Like it's just at this point. Um, where was this other one? Let's see. Sorry, like basically just like one of the things is like Kirby. It's not the beginning it's not the beginning and end of the. Wait, hold on, that's not the right thing. But basically, Georgia has more talent than we've ever had. Yet we can't put a winning product on the field unless we have elite coaches. Kirby's an elite. He is the main reason we can be elite. but there's other people on the other end that we need to turn this team back around. And Kirby may have to go out and recruit with for money at this point at certain key positions and go get coaches to come in who go, I know what I'm doing. I can run your style stuff, but trust me, let me coach my team and help me help you. At this point,
I got.
that's the only thing that remains to be seen. If that doesn't happen, I got nothing.
I don't know this guy's name, but an idea popped in my head because I always try to say find somebody on a level that wants to level up, or that it is a good promotion that's doing really well. And in this case, maybe you can entice him because it's not. It's about 2 to 2.5 hours up the road for him. Um, the the closest college team to you and me, especially you, West Georgia's 5-0. And I'm looking at their offensive stats, and I'm looking at the fact that they're averaging about 35 points a game. This past week was the only time they didn't score 34 or more. They scored 27, still won the game. Um, their quarterback's thrown for 772 yards. They've got a running back that's averaging 100 yards a game, and they seem to be just smashing people. I don't know who this guy is. Maybe you cross paths with him. Maybe you share a Starbucks beverage with him somewhere in the cafeteria, but maybe you give him a look because if he's doing that on that level, he might be the spark you need. And that's not that far to go, hey, I know you're doing some really good things for them. And, maybe we cut them a check so they'll let you go. But why don't you come do that between the hedges?
Yeah, the only thing I will say to that one is I've watched the West Georgia games.
Mm-hmm.
I've watched the streaming, and they've won two games that they should not have won, or they
Still
they
won.
they almost blew. They still did, and I'm not saying anything like that. I don't mind that idea,
Yeah.
but that's not, to be honest, I don't mind a school giving a guy a chance like that if he's proven it that it can work at multiple levels. But
Well, because I was thinking of
what's
Kennesaw, and the Kennesaw coordinator ain't leaving. I'll tell you right now,
no,
he very much loves where he's at. You don't
no.
want, unfortunately, nothing personal, but Georgia State's not having a good enough year for you to give that guy a look. He's really good. It's just they're not having the results that show that he's really good, so it makes no sense to move him. But that's why I started looking here locally. Is there somebody you could pop up, and
Yeah,
that's
I
what I
don't.
kind of think
That's not
about.
a normal Kirby way, nor a Saban
No,
style of doing it.
no.
The best way to do it is it's proving you need like if you're going to CEO your team, not like a Lane Kiffin who wants to be involved in the offense and call plays. You need someone smarter than you like you need elite, like I said, elite X's and O's at a coordinator position.
Mm, mm.
Now, Lane Kiffin, if he ever wanted to leave, would be perfect. But I also just noticed that we have now 4 minutes left in our recording time. So
Yeah,
enough of me ranting and coming up. I'll just go ahead and say we got Kentucky coming up with the Kentucky game. I think Georgia can have a bounce back game. If we do not have a bounce back game, I'm going to say Georgia's 4-3 going into Florida or worse. If we win big, I say I still think Ole Miss and Auburn are two games that I'm not ready for because we're going to struggle potentially. I can say that with certainty. I guarantee you I will be wearing a Tennessee shirt on this channel before the season's over. After what I'm seeing of this team, I don't have much faith.
I hope not.
Do you want to, yeah,
Honestly,
so
like I told you, I hope that I lose both bets, the one with you and with John. But right now, it's looking like a better shot. I'm going to win yours at the moment.
exactly. I say Georgia wins this next game 24, 21-17 because I don't have much faith. They're probably going to drop 40 on Kentucky. My bar is so low right now for the rest of the season after seeing that. Nothing surprises me. I'll be pleasantly happy or go, knew it.
24-20, Georgia. I agree. It's going to be pretty close. It's going to be a lot closer than anybody really wants it to be. Kentucky always plays them hard for some reason.
Yeah.
That's
At
why
least it's in
it
Athens
doesn't
this
matter
year.
that they are 2-2. You throw the records out, and Georgia, you're going to be playing behind me here between the hedges. You better not. You got to come and put your stuff together, and if not, it's
Yeah,
just not going to
33
work.
game home streak just got broken. Do not let it become a -2 streak.
Correct.
I know we got some picks to get to.
Yep.
Read them off to me, my friend. I'll let you go first.
You picked two of them, and I picked two of them. You said number 3, Miami at number 18, Florida State. That is a primetime game, I believe.
Yep. Yeah, give me the Miami Hurricanes. because I think their Carson's playing a decent, not great year. People can hate on him, but 30 incompletions, 7 touchdowns, almost 1,000 yards passing in 4 games. You're not playing that bad. You got a good doing good on running. I think they can take Florida State.
I just want to be a little different. And I heard Bert Kreischer say this on the Rich Eisen show when I was catching up on some podcasts the other day. Only two words come to mind for this game, and that is go Noel. You
Fair
also said
enough.
Air Force at Navy.
Give me Navy. As much as I hate to go against Air Force a lot of times, Navy is just having a good year. They've won. They're 4-0. My Air Force is 1-3, and their leading receiver is their leading rusher is their quarterback this year. He's all they have. So, yeah,
So you took Navy.
taking Navy.
I am. I live with a former Navy seaman, so I will take Navy as well. Game I pick: Mississippi State at number 6, Texas A&M.
Mississippi State let me down last week. I know your thoughts on this one. I'm going to take the safe pick this week and go with Texas A&M just because I feel safer with that one because Texas A&M is not having a bad year and they're looking good.
Go Bulldogs! I'll take Mississippi State and the Cowbells because I think they're going to bounce back and I think they're good enough to win. And then the last
Fair
one I
enough.
did, this just seemed very, very fun. Syracuse at SMU.
That one,
That's
I
hard.
kind of thought you were going to go Clemson, North Carolina for a minute there, to
Nope,
be honest with you.
not yet.
Not yet. All right, all right. Where is I literally just saw it. Okay, I got just a second here. Let me look this up because I want to check this.
It's like 3-2 versus 2-2 or something like
Three and
that.
two. Yeah, they're predicting SMU to win this one. I'm gonna go out and on a limb and I say Syracuse wins this one. Their head coach is who I want to be Georgia's next coach because he holds his team accountable. He's a difference maker, Fran Brown. He's got his team running sprints after a loss.
I guess we're going to agree. I take Syracuse Orange in this one as well. I just think they're a much better team than they look. With just a handful of seconds
Agreed.
left, we have reached the end of the show. Appreciate everybody tuning in to another great edition of the Hunker Down. He's Jake
Especially
Scare.
this rant edition.
I'm Jeremy York. We will be back next week. See you guys next week. Deuces, gooses, go dogs.
Go dogs.